Hello everybody, welcome to simracing Bible, welcome along to the channel. Something a little bit different today. So, I haven't done a motorbike sims before in the past, so this is something a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I thought it'd be fun to try anyway. So just recently, in fact this week actually on Wednesday I believe it was, no Thursday in fact, get my dates right, Isle of Man TT, I actually get the right name, so TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 3 was released. So we have a specific motorbike sim geared around the Isle of Man TT and the massive 30-odd mile Snaefell course, which is quite a crazy track. So we're going to be trying this out. I'm going to be exploring the physics of the bikes, probably exploring the crash physics quite a lot too. So it's going to be quite fun this evening. I'm going to jump into this and just kind of go through some of the gameplay of it. I've not done anything on it properly yet. I've just kind of been driving around, just trying to I guess just kind of get used to it a little bit. So I've not done any of the events or anything like that. So we're going to go through some of those this evening and just trying to, just basically show what it's like and give my thoughts and impressions on it. So that's what we're going to do this evening. Have a bit of fun. So yeah, should be good. So obviously no steering wheel involved this evening because that would be weird using a steering wheel and bikes, and no pedals either. So all we have is just me and my controller. So you can see on the bottom of the screen there we have the controller inputs where you can see all my dodgy inputs for throttle and steering, etc. So you can have a good laugh at that. So yeah, let's have some fun this evening, guys. Let's get into it. So Personic's here, Tatu's here. Welcome, guys. Tatu says, "Ooh, bikes." Yes. Now I'm going to be trying something different this evening, other than bikes on Live for Speed. We've driven bikes before, but not a specific bike sim. Steve says, "Hey Phil, is this on? This is on PC? Yes, it is indeed. Yep, this is the PC version of it." So basically when you start up the game, you can choose one of two different careers. You can either go with the super sport bikes, which are like a slightly lower powered sports racing bike basically, or you can do a superbike career, and then from there obviously you choose your bike or rider to go with. So we're at that particular point here. I've reset it so you can kind of see the whole situation. So we've got the liveries or the riders here. We've got our mechanics busy working on the bikes, and even though we changed the bikes, they seem to still work on something, which is quite cool. So we've got all the regular people in here. So we have Connor Cummins, Dean Harrison, Davey Todd, who was involved in the actual physics side of creation for the sim. So he's had a hand in the details. Over here, Gary Johnson. So there's a whole lot of names here I'm not particularly familiar with, but if you're familiar with bikes, then you probably recognise a lot of these names. Ian Hutchinson's one I am familiar with, which is the one you've seen on the thumbnail. James Hillier, John McGuinness, of course, Isle of Man TT legend. So maybe we'll try this one. But I'll show you the bikes as an option anyway. So we've got a variety of different ones from Kawasaki and Suzuki, Yamaha, Honda as well. So quite a variety of things. We've got some BMWs in here as well. So the only thing with this is that you can't change the liveries. You're kind of stuck with the specific liveries for the Isle of Man TT and the riders as well, so you can't do any kind of customization in that regard, but you can obviously choose one that you like the look of, and yeah, it's quite a cool looking Suzuki, that one actually. It's quite nice. What else we got? Lee Johnston, Forrest Dunn here. Yeah, so there's quite a few riders that you can choose from. Michael Rutter, he's been around for years. I've been watching him in the British Superbikes. Yeah, so lots of different bikes to throw into the undergrowth, which I'm sure we'll get on board with at some point this evening. So let's find one we're going to use here. I think we'll do John McGuinness's bike here, and you can change the setup of the bikes as well. Not something I've looked into. I've just been kind of just trying to figure out what to do most of the time. So so the thing is, you just choose a bike, click start, and instantly it throws you out onto the course. So yeah. So we've got free roam basically here, so we can ride around the whole of the Isle of Man course and some other ancillary roads as well, and there's some kind of challenges along the way as well, so you kind of find those and then you just take them on. So we'll work through it as we get there, but anyway. So Tutu says, a bunch of sweet mods just came out on LFS 2 hours ago. Oh right, cool. Well, take a look at those afterwards. Steve says, I'm totally hopeless with controller on bike games. Are you using the mouse? No, I am using a controller. Yeah, I've never done this, so this is exploratory. The Totty says, what is that loading icon? The loading icon is actually the Isle of Man symbol. It's a Manx. It's like 3 legs in a triangular type shape. It's a symbol on the Isle of Man flag, so don't worry, it's nothing, nothing nasty. Right, so as you can see on the controllers on the bottom, I've got my inputs on there, so I'm on manual mode. I have the bike handling set to professional, rather than just beginner, so this could be interesting. So here we go then. So first of all, it does look quite nice. It's quite nicely detailed. I love how they've got padded foam around the hard objects such as the lampposts and traffic lights, etc. Now, just to keep you guys aware here, because we're going to be going rather quickly, there's a very real chance. I tried to optimize the settings as best as I can on YouTube. However, it could end up getting a bit pixelated just because of compression. So hopefully you can still follow along reasonably well. So yeah, so we're basically here just wandering around aimlessly around the Isle of Man. So let's get a handle here on what the bikes are doing. Where on earth are we going now? This isn't the mountain course, I don't think. Bike picks up pretty quick. We're already almost throwing it off. No? Okay, we're all good. So obviously here we're in chase mode, which isn't really your natural sim position of choice. So you can change the view, the closer chase mode. There's an actual helmet cam, so you've actually got the helmet around you. Then when you accelerate, let me just go to gear down. It crouches in behind the windscreen there. Except in this particular mode, it's even more scary. So he pops up behind the visor on you when you get on the brakes. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a neat effect. I'm trying to go anywhere around here at pace with this kind of view. I can just only imagine it's going to be absolute chaos. Just hanging off the side of the bike there. Let's give it some gas down here. So I have got a... slow down, slow down, slow down. Got a stoppy going on. Right. Yes, anyway. Let's carry on through the views here. So you've got another kind of head cam view here, which just removes the helmet, basically. You've got a little mini-map on the left-hand side there, which is very useful, especially when you don't really know when you're going. So, got to keep an eye on that so you can see what corners are coming up. There we go. Keep it absolutely pinned. Rev it right the way up. So with the handling on professional mode, you have to be quite careful with your throttle, obviously, and your brake inputs, because you have the front and rear brakes on the bike rather than just operate all the brakes at once. So you, on the right hand side there where you've got the gear and the revs, etc., you can see the green bar that goes around when I put full throttle down, and when I hit the brakes there's 2 red bars, so that's front and rear brakes. So you have the larger bar, which is the front brake, which is doing the majority of the braking, and then you have the smaller bar, which is the left hand side of that, which is the rear brakes. So it kind of gives you a good indication of just how much brake input you're putting in there, so that's quite useful. You can also operate the rear brakes manually by pushing B, so you can just add a little bit of rear brake if you wanted to. I'm not quite sure why you would do that other than maybe balancing the bike through the corner. But so you've got to be careful with how much brake pressure you apply, because you can quite easily just pull the rear tyre off the floor and then cause all sorts of eye-watering moments. So, yeah, there we go, crouch down. Heading towards a house, it's never a good sign. So just going to take it nice and easy. So here we go. So we have a little icon here, so this will be one of the challenges. So we kind of pull up here, it's going to go there, then you can push A to view. So this is showing you here, this is one of the challenges that's available. So you have the Clips course, full circuit task challenge. So do all the listed tasks in the info panel to complete. You can replay this challenge at any time. So this is set in the afternoon and in the rain, which is interesting. So what have we got to do on this one? So you've got to maintain a speed of over 174 miles an hour for 5 seconds. Okay. And then complete 6 laps without running out of fuel. Okay, we might come back to that. We'll just get used to the bike a little bit first. So anyway, that's the rider view. And then we also have this one, which is like a sitting on the tank kind of view. So you don't hop up and down with the rider, I don't think, on this one. But it's gyroscopic, so it keeps the horizon stable, so that kind of helps with seeing where you're going slightly. So it's a little bit easier to use this one if you're going to use an on... And there we go, that's the first crash of the day. Oh, it's really typical. When you're on the bike, it's just so hard to get an idea of what's going on. It's much easier using the chase cam, but of course it's not very realistic doing it that way. Alright. Temptation obviously is just to go absolutely flat out everywhere, but probably not a great idea. Now I have got the rider set to being automatically moving his weight around. You can actually control that yourself, so with the thumbstick that I'm using for steering left and right, if I push forward and backwards with that assist off, you actually control the rider going forward and backwards, so just in case you had nothing else to think about other than trying to keep the thing on track, you could do that as well if you really wanted to. So yeah, definitely a lot of controls there for the seasoned motorbike sim pros, of which I am not one. Now, I know it probably isn't looking the greatest on YouTube at the moment, but I can assure you, in-game, it actually looks really rather nice. Ooh, curbs. No, we're good. That was rather close. Right, that's and you got a bumper cam if you really wanted to use that. Not really a bumper cam, they doesn't have bumpers on bikes, but you know what I mean. Right, let's stay off the bike and just get a picture of what's going on here. So up on the moors section, you're actually going the wrong way around the mountain course at this point. It's got little icons that come up to tell you whereabouts on the island you are. So we're at Ramsey now. So we've got the moorland off over the left, which is quite low res. That's probably one of the most disappointing things actually, is that some of the scenery in the distance, obviously you don't drive up towards, looks very flat and 2D kind of graphics, but this thing's up and running now. Big slick tyres on it, so there's plenty of grip for a motorbike. Let's go down a gear here. Things shattering away, trying to get the power down over the bumps. Oh good, is it looking good? Thanks Tatu for letting me know it's looking good on the stream. Glad to hear it. So yeah, so basically, you can just drive around to your heart's content really. There's no other traffic involved, so you're not going to meet an unsuspecting victim coming the opposite direction. No. Now, I'm not quite sure how it was. The other day when I had it working, it was actually viewing the crashes from the outside, but for some reason it seems to be defaulting straight back to the bike as soon as you crash, so not quite sure how I managed to get that working the other day, but never mind. Oh, we're off again. Oh man, you're going to be seeing a lot of the floor, guys, and maybe some sky involved too. Good to know the bollards are indestructible. Well, not indestructible, you can actually dislodge them. There's quite a lot more indestructible items, I'm pretty sure of that. But I think, you know, the sheer scale of the course on the Isle of Man, you know, it's quite something, isn't it, really? I mean, it's a big area to cover. And it's quite, you know, quite free, isn't it, really? To kind of just go off and blast around these mountain roads with no fear whatsoever. Got a bit of a wobble on there. It turned in. It cranked over. Very nice. So, I've had a little bit of practice with this. You probably can't tell, but I have. So I kind of got used to the handling of the bikes a little bit. So moving side to side between corners, you have to be quite prepared to be doing that earlier. So it's quite slow, the movement. So sometimes when you watch bike racing, you know, the riders are flinging them left and right. With this, you can do it, but it's quite slow movement. So you kind of have to plan in advance. So if you've got a corner which is going to switch into a different direction straight afterwards, you kind of have to be ready for that. Give yourself time to get the rider tipped over in the other direction. Okay, so now we've got Got a junction back there, but I'm going to continue around this way. Ugh. Now, of course, you're not just on your own in this as well, so you can do races whereby you have other bikes on the track with you. So we'll brave that eventually once we get ourselves warmed up here. Bit of a tight section coming up here. But it's really cool because, you know, for me, being in the UK, it's quite nice to seeing the familiar road signs and the speed limit signs, etc. We're out and about today in the sunshine, and I was thinking about this and it's like, oh yeah, that feels quite familiar. Oh no, no, no. Oh, we threw him off. Sometimes those corners just come up at you and you just have no chance. Because if you start braking into a corner too much, you'll just throw you off anyway because you're just low side. But then if you don't slow down, you'll go straight into the wall anyway, so it makes no difference. Hey, Yossi, welcome along. Says Dunlop chicane at Le Mans today was great back and forth, as you say. Yes, no, that's it, isn't it? They kind of flick backwards and forwards. They're just really just flinging the bikes all over the place, and not easy to do in this one. I don't know whether it's just a setting that can be changed or not, but in default-ish modes, I have removed the dead zones, which is one of the default things you get with the game when you load in. It actually has a dead zone on the throttle, the brake, and the steering as well. So I removed those because we want as much sensitivity as possible to give us the best possible opportunity of keeping this thing on the tarmac. Through one of the towns here. Where are we going here? Ooh. Oh no. Sparks and wall. The tattoo says, I want to see you flat out with no deer just to hear that engine. Okay, right. Here we go. That was never a great idea. It sounds pretty good. It does sound pretty good, and the rider looks quite natural on the bike as well. You may also notice at this point that the bike is no longer quite as clean as it perhaps once was. And the rider's leathers are all scuffed up as well. You don't want to grab those curbs. Somehow. John McGuinness has some incredible balance when we stay on. It's just a massive blur. You get tunnel vision massively on here. A little bit of a hop over the crest in the road there. Oh, that wasn't coming back. It's not really helping that I'm going the wrong way here. That won't help when we come to doing an actual event. But it's really cool. So sometimes when you catch the throttle just right, when you go around some of these corners, you have it turned in, and then you put the throttle on. The back end just kind of just starts wobbling around, and you can catch it and slide it out of the corners, and it's very satisfying. And there are those times when you just run out of road. Ooh, look, completely lost my bearings there. I wasn't even watching it. Okay, so what we'll do is we can go back here. I'll show you the menu here. So you can actually go to the map itself, and you can have a good look around. This is all the roads you can go on the Isle of Man here, and you got all the different challenges, etc., that you can go to. And then these little signposts, you can actually quickly move there itself. So rather than having to drive around the whole island to get to a particular part of the track, you can actually just skip it and go straight to that particular point, which is quite good. So let's So what's this one here? This is a Snæfell Mountain Course Section 1 Face-Off Challenge. Race against a single opponent on a specific section of the track. Okay. Let's hold X to start. We'll do that. We'll give us a proper go. Do a challenge against another bike. Because, you know, what could possibly go wrong? Here we go. Mechanics are preparing my steed. So up against Michael Dunlop. So, bearing in mind, I have got AI at 40%, so I don't know what that is in terms of pace, so we'll find out. How do I go here? Taskless? Anything? I gotta just beat your opponent, okay? Simple as that. Just gotta beat Michael Dunlop, guys. Just easy. Here we go then. Gotta hold the clutch. Bit of a wheelie off the line. We're up and away. Right, there's our target. Don't know why it's put the line on. I turned that off, but it's fine. Let's go hunt down Michael Dunlop. This is the first part of the circuit. Caught up with him. I was supposed to set that flat out. Okay, so he is taking it quite easy. And then there's a sharp corner coming up here. Let's take it nice and steady just to make sure we don't fall off. Now we've got a task on our hands to catch up with him. Right, here we go. Don't overcompensate now, Phil. Come on. Easy. Over the roundabout. Right. Where are you, Michael? "30 mph," the speed limit sign says. No chance. Oh! Oh, there we go. We got a spectacular camera angle. Hopping over the curb. No, that's a very solid object. Well, I think it's probably quite safe to say that Michael Dunlop is miles down the road now. Never mind. We'll finish the challenge anyway. I mean, it is just so scary. I mean, we're doing this on a game with a map to show us whereabouts we are and what's coming up next. Imagine doing this with nothing other than your own memory. At these speeds. We're doing 176 miles an hour currently. You're just like, am I braking yet? Am I braking it? No, we're still flat out. Oh, jump over the top of the hill there. Everything's just got to be smooth. Zonic says, never trust a vehicle without at least one wheel on each corner. Yes, they are rather dangerous things, these. Thank you, little protective barrier, for keeping me on my bike then. It says go green there, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't able to keep that completely flat through there. I would have just gone straight up into a wall. Oof, that was close. Right. We'll finish this off so we can see whereabouts we're actually going. Okay, the finish line's just coming up here now. Okay. There we go. So, guess what, guys? We didn't win. We'll retry it, Chatu. Yeah, we will. We'll do it. Restart. There we go. X. Right. So this time, We need to reduce our crashes by at least 3. Right. Let's see if we can stay ahead of him for this first part. Because I know I can take this flat out. Except he's going to cut in on me. Oh, goodness me. Gotta wobble on. There we go. Got him. The rest is easy now. Oh, that's a big old twitch on the brakes. Okay, well, we made that one, which is a good start. Just want to look back to see where he is. No! Man, you really just got to take it so easy. Right, it's our one permitted crash. We can't crash anymore, otherwise we will completely lose him. So obviously doing these in stages is quite useful for learning parts of the... Whoa, that one launched a long way up. It's quite useful for learning the track, because obviously you can't learn it all in one go. There goes a little power slide out of there, just kind of spinning the rear wheels up. Okay. I mean, this is completely alien to me. The racing side of the thing, yeah, no problem, but on a bike, at these kind of speeds, it's just... What happens if you crash into the other racer? Instant profit. I don't know. I don't know whether you get disqualified for taking him out or not. Could try it. Nothing to lose at this point. It'd be a bit of a dirty tactic, but, you know. A will to win and all that. I mean, this is at 40% as well. I mean, the AI itself is probably not too challenging if you can at least keep the bike on both wheels. It's just got to plan ahead so much. You've got to kind of trust what's coming up. Whoa, no, no. That was never going to happen. Right. Okay, what we might do here, if we go game settings a second, general, our physics simulation level, I can't change that mid-race. Okay, that's fine. Come back. Let's exit that for a second. And then we'll just put it down a little bit, just to give me half a chance here. Because I feel I need it. So, mechanics can fix my bike up. And let's try this here. Yeah, realistic result. So yeah, intermediate. We'll go down to intermediate. So, might be a little bit easier to keep control of. Might. Right. So this is the one we're on. Let's try again. Let's see if this time we can actually get anywhere near Mr. Dunlop. And if not, we'll just take him out. No. Right. Clutch. Gear. Of course, the problem here is that the clutch is a button rather than an analog thing, so you literally just let it all out in one go, which is kind of defeats the point, really, but we have a better start this time. We're actually ahead. So I know this bit's flat out. It is if you get the line right. Okay, so we've got ourselves up and running here. Okay. Feels a little bit more forgiving on the brakes, so that's good. Okay, well we got further than last time, which is a plus. Now it's just the crazy flat out section to come. A couple of lifty corners on it. Ooh, don't hit that. No! You gotta wobble on from hitting the curb. Come on. Oh, there he goes. Come on. Okay, well we have caught back up with them. We have a chance here. Let's see if we can blast past him in a straight line. There we go. Okay, heart rate's increasing. Oh no! Oh, that hard work. I got twitchy on the brakes, guys, that's what I was. Okay, I can see him up on the map ahead of us there, so he's still not too much further down the road, but we do have to negotiate a few more corners, so anything can happen yet. Over the jump. Downhill again. I mean, that's just insane. The speeds around that. I mean, we've got to be able to beat him at some point. I mean, he's taking it quite steady, so maybe we just, instead of trying to be an absolute hero, just make it a little easier once we get ahead. Yeah, he's about to hit the line now, so... Alright. Well, we didn't win that one either. The Personic says, lack of ashtrays put me off buying a bike. Where am I supposed to keep my Merrimans? Merrimans is something I've not had for a long time. Mum used to have Merrimans all the time. Challenge failed. Yes, I think I did fail that one. Satoru says, also notice the white circle that's building up around your minimap is actually how far you are to the finish line. Ah, that's a good observation. Right. I'm going to try that one more time, guys, because I think we probably can do it. Just need to be precision about it. You know, just need to get in front, get the lead, and then just ease it home. That's all that needs to happen. Don't have to go mad. Just nice and easy. Great start. I mean, theoretically I should have started with the super stocks, but we went straight for the bikes, Superbikes. So that's on me. Let's be honest, we don't want to mess around here. Going for plan C. Okay, up the inside. Okay, we're good. So now we just need to just take it nice and easy and cruise home. I was hoping my bike in the middle of the road would slow him down there. Hopefully that worked. That was the plan. Who would have thought that knocking your head on a railing like that would just take you off your bike? I mean, physics, honestly. And it continues. Restart session. Hey, Music says, can you use your wheel on this game? You know, I haven't actually tried. Might be something worth trying at some point, but I have not tried it. It might work. You've got to say hello. That's fine. Hello. Sound effects are good, actually. I mean, the sound of the bikes are good, but yeah, as you say, atmosphere is something else because you kind of hear. I mean, you might not hear it too much on the stream, but you actually do hear like people as if they're having a conversation and you're flying past them. It's really weird. You kind of catch a glimpse of someone's conversation. It's quite interesting. Right, let's get a better start this time. Such a better start that we're actually miles ahead already. Should be easy then, huh? Oops, a little bit of a stutter there. What was I saying about being easy? Okay, well, we still have time here. So just play it cool, nice and calm. I did say we were going to be testing out the crash physics quite a bit this evening, and that's proved to be the case so far. Get away from that wall, there we go. It's that fence again! Not having that. Not having that at all. Hey Manu, welcome along. So this game is beautiful. It does look very nice. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. That does look very nice. It has its little flaws every now and again. You can see things in the distance which don't look quite right, but in general, looks very good. And I'll show you what it looks like in the wet as well in a bit. That's really worth seeing. Oh, not quite as good a start that time. Let's hone in on him. He's going to close the door there on the curb. Thankfully, he moved out of the way there, otherwise we were going to ride up his rear wheel. Okay. Now the plan now, avoid curbs, avoid fences. And just cruise home. Honestly thought I was gonna buy it then if I hit that wall. Right, stay away from my fence. Okay. Stay away from that wall. Right. Off we go. I can see him on the map on the left hand side there. And just nice and easy, just tickle it through here, no problems. All right. Okay, here we go. Some breathing room now, so if we do have an off, we can get back in front of him. Problem is that when you go off at such high speed, the other bike's doing a high speed, and you just can't get back up to that speed in time to catch up with them, so... Right, slow down. Okay, we're good. Got scared, broke early. I feel like I really am just pootling through here. The real long riders would be just smashing through here at full throttle probably, but... Okay, nice long straight here. Nope. Oh, we're good. I actually saw myself going straight into the end of that barrier, and that would be game over. It's just, there's way too many objects to hit. That's my problem. Okay, that's good. Okay, the finish line is approaching. Remember, it's not flat out through here. Or this one. I think we're gonna do it, guys. Yes! Okay. Sweaty palms. And then, yeah, move on to the next one. Okay, well, we beat our first challenge, which is, it's always nice. So Neo6 says, I'm not a big fan of bike or bike game, but this is crazy. It is, it's pretty insane. He says, the people's chatter on the side must be, I hope Phil doesn't bump his head into the railings. Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying. So, oh, he's coming back again. I'm back. There we go. So we've experience level increase and upgrade points as well. So you can actually upgrade your bike to get different components. So we have some upgrade points available. Maybe it might give me some, I don't know, stability or something. Oh dear. And it says play more safe and don't rush every time. Yeah, that was the key. That's what I really needed to do there, and that worked. Oh, no problem. Thanks for joining us, Neo6. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you have a good evening. The Tutu says this is literally the mosquitoes when I sleep at 3 a.m. Everyone just buzzing around like crazy. Oh. Right, let's change the weather here, guys, because we can do that. We have the power to do so. So we can go morning, afternoon, or dusk. We'll stick with morning for the moment. We can go cloudy, overcast, and of course rainy. So let's put some rain on. And no, it didn't, did it? Oh yeah, change button. There we go. Now we have rain in the mix because we were having no problems driving around in the dry, obviously. So we have to add some extra elements of treachery to this. So looks pretty good. Let's get out of this spinning circle here. So when it's wet like this, it has quite a moody look to it. It has a bit of a green tinge, but still looks pretty cool nonetheless. So we're back on free roam mode here, of course, so we can go wherever we want to. So yeah, this particular Honda likes to crackle on the overrun. Sixth. So there's different types of challenges. So you have time trial, and you have full races and things. And you also have, I think, like you gotta find things as well. I'm not quite sure what they are, but yeah, lots of different little tasks to try and complete to help qualify for the full TT race. Yes, so Tutu says, yeah, the tyre has its changed. It's got wets. We have a groove on the tyres now. You can see all the water clearing bit on the shoulders of the tyre, so that's where you obviously when you leant over when you need the grip the most. But yeah, it looks pretty nice in the rain. Of course, we're now lost the line, so we're literally relying on my eyes. On the map, of course. Got a bit of a rhythm going through there, that's quite nice. Okay, survived that corner. I was thinking, here we go. Luck's run out. So you can see there's some raindrops on the camera lens as such, which is what we're looking at through here. So if we go into rider mode here, let's tuck down behind the shield here. Experience the terror that is the Isle of Man circuit in the wet. Oop. Oh yeah, we just went a completely different way to where the track was supposed to go then, but Oh! How quickly the view disappears when you hit something. So she says the way the driver lifts and sits to the side individually instead of just sliding down. It's like motor games. Yeah, it is. It's quite good. The rider movement. So Manny says, please do a race with more riders. Okay, I'll try and find one. First of all, I'll avoid getting you guys motion sickness, and we'll come back out to this view. Right, let's find a race with more riders. So those are the head-to-head ones. Let's see, what's this one? What's the info channel say on this one? Maintain the speed. Okay, that's just. What's this one? Race against a single opponent. What's this one? So it's literally a time attack on that one. So that's the circuit you do. What's the...
A temporary challenge can be played an unlimited number of times, but only for a limited time, which is shown in the info panel. When time is up, the challenge ends and can't be played again. After the challenge ends, you collect a reward based on your ranking on the leaderboard. You will always see the reward icon whether you have played the challenge or not, but you won't earn a reward if you've never played it. The reward is only available for a limited time.
Okay, so these are just temporary challenges, so they must be things that the developers add in there from time to time, just so you can do things like a hot lap challenge there. Amanda, you know, you're more than welcome. Oh, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing, and to anyone who subscribes, I really appreciate all of you guys. What's this one? Create your own custom event by choosing from multiple options. That sounds like something we could get behind. Let's have a look. Hold X to customize event. Snaefell Mountain Course. Okay, the full one, which is all the way around. And we have the southeast course, southwest, the northwest, northeast, and the St. John's course, the Eclipse course. Lots of different variations. That's quite cool. We'll just brave the full Snaefell course, I think, shall we? Let's do that. Right, full circuit. Free practice, no. Qualifying, no. We'll just go straight into it. Laps, 1. Saturday morning, we'll do it clear. 10 competitors. There we go. We'll leave them on 40. Starting method, mass or interval. Yeah, we'll do mass. We'll just all go together because that's perfectly safe. Random grid position, tyre wear, yes. Rider selection, okay. So we can choose whichever one we want. Okay. Well, let's try another bike. We've tried the Honda. Okay, well I can... Oh, that's Superbike or Supersport, that's why. Let's try the BMW. Let's go with Ian Hutchinson's BM. So yeah, so we're up against a grid of 10 other riders, all going off at the same time for a full lap of the TT circuit. Again, what could possibly go wrong? This is going to be chaotic. So Tutu says, when's the next LFS mod stream? Good question. I'll look to do one soon because I think if there's some more stuff coming through, then we'll put something together. Right, I'm not quite sure I'm ready for this, but here we go. Oh, we're starting P4. Okay, it's giving us half a chance. Someone jump the start, but look at that. Not a bad start. We're up to P2. Sneak through for the lead. Now, of course, we know this section. But there'll be plenty more of the circuit which I have no idea about, so I'll make my hay while the sun shines here. Oh, that's cool. Not noticed that before. He actually got his foot off the peg as he was braking there, like you see on the MotoGP side of things. Not noticed that before. It's a bit of a weird technique. I don't know why riders do that. I think it might be for balance purposes. No! Okay, right. We have someone to play with now. So the thing with the interval, of course, is you could end up catching multiple bikes once anyway, so you may end up in situations like this. Oof. On the outside. Okay, rounded them up. Just got to keep peering down to the mini-map on the left-hand side so I have half a clue of what's coming up. Countryside flashing past. Wasn't paying attention. Now we have work to do. Not completely last though, so that's positive. Okay, so yeah, consistency, you're right, man. I need to just stop being so gung-ho with this and just be a little bit more careful. Thankfully, we have a straight line speed advantage against the 40% AI. Get off that curb. No. Thankfully, they all avoided my my rider. I'm hoping that if Ian Hutchinson ever watches this, he doesn't feel any kind of pain, because I'm certainly inflicting a fair amount on him at the moment, virtually. Not intentional, of course. A little wiggle from the rear end. I mean, honestly, there's just so many things which you could just bump into just around here. There's just hazards everywhere. Okay. Lines all over the place here, but we are on our two wheels, which is the most important thing right now. You can just see it happening, and it's like, okay, oh no, it's getting worse, and then, yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. It just gets more and more out of shape, and then it all just goes rapidly downhill. So we're in unfamiliar territory here, so this is where you need to be extra careful. A serious amount of trust in this line here. One of the few occasions where I'm quite happy to allow a racing line. Okay, reasonably successful. Serious concentration going on through that. We can open up a little bit here. I mean, I want to admire the scenery, but I can't. I daren't look at it. One millimetre too far to the right, and we found a curb. Luckily, there was an ambulance nearby. Needed that. That's a wall. That's a fence. Thankfully that was censored by the wall there, so you didn't have to see that. Again, resist the temptation to push too hard to try and catch up with them. Ooh. Fell that one in the middle of my back. Ouch. Thankfully they don't hook up with things such as motion rigs. Otherwise you'd be thrown out. Totty's got a name for your rider. Road slider. Yep, that's me. Oh dear, be picking the gravel out for days. I mean, currently this weekend there's the Nürburgring 24-hour happening in iRacing, which is a very difficult event, granted. But I dare say this is considerably harder. At least with the Nürburgring I have half a chance of knowing where I'm going. Here, I am in complete no man's land at 185 miles an hour. Okay, not too bad. Oh no! I've just gone into someone's lounge for a cup of tea and a couple of plasters at the same time. Oof. I mean, to do this in real life, right, you must be clinically insane. Or a superbike, at least. Even with the padding, that's a particularly strong sign, and not one I wanted to measure my length in. Danny, welcome Danny. He says, you make it look so easy. Oh, thanks. I do my best. Barry Gordon, thanks for subscribing, appreciate it. Welcome to SimRacing Bible, good to have you with us. Glad you are enjoying what you're seeing as we take off over the bridge and somehow manage to land on the other side. Almost wrap around someone's gate post. Particularly sketchy part of the circuit, that one. Supersonic, hope your insurance is up to date. Yes. It certainly needed to be taken out before coming around the circuit. So his insurance gives him a new entire life and bike every time he crashes. Yeah, that's the kind of insurance you want. That's the fully comp stuff. I dare say that after a while, you might get yourself into a little bit of a rhythm. And then the course will just throw up some kind of extra little hidden gem to catch you out and throw you off that rhythm. Oh my word, it's just ridiculously quick. Again, not quite doing the 30-mile-an-hour speed limit through this particular village. The brakes are better than the riding line would have us believe. Ooh. Ouch. Well, I believe there are 10 other riders in this race. We didn't see too much of them other than at the start, but they are still here. We've reached halfway. Yes, thanks for helping me figure out where I am. Actually, just over halfway according to the map. That's handy. I have a slightly worn rear tyre now. It's partly to do with all the sliding around I've been doing. Although, to be fair, I've been saving a lot of tyres with the time I spent airborne. I mean, the fact that this is flat out through here. How's that? Okay. Somehow we survived. Oh, a big spin of the rear tyre through there. Oh no, need to slow it down a bit more. I was just riding through the bushes there, hoping there was nothing on the other side, and luckily there wasn't. With all the shadows and stuff across the road, it makes things so tricky. Just riding down the cycle lane here. Instant fine. Through the towns, they all look quite, you know, alive, aren't they? They got scaffolding on some of the houses, and there's people cheering on the back market. It's a sympathy cheer, that. Oh my goodness, things bucking and weaving through that. This is tight. Still fall off. Oh, no, I don't want to do a burnout. I just want to turn around the hairpin without falling off. Missed the turn to Tesco there, did I? Oh no, I'll have to go back. We haven't even reached the top of the mountain here with the moors. Honestly, this is, even on relatively easy settings, it's so difficult. Oops, my fault for braking and turning at the same time. The rider looks like he's wearing on a basketball team jersey. Well, thankfully this one's a very strong basketball jersey. He needs it for all the sliding over the tarmac he's been doing. It's all looking very colourful at the top of the hill here. So it opens out over the top of the moors here. Just completely forgot I needed to change down. The good thing about the moor section is that you have a slightly better view of what's coming up. It's not hidden behind a house or a hedge. Almost flat out in 6th, 183 miles an hour. I slowed down like it asked me to. There was no making that corner. At this point, the other riders are probably finished and they're busy having their dinner. Oh, I thought I held it for a moment. dear. Can't even call this rider the cat because he's had more than 9 lives. We cranked over through there. Okay, keep it away from the grass. Made it to the bungalow section, which is where we were earlier, just going the wrong direction. Yeah. It's quite nice through there. So you can apply a little bit of brake and turning at the same time, but just not full. No more tarmac sliding, now airborne flyer. Pilot Hutchingen reporting for duty. Oh, wow. Okay, when you get it hooked up through some of the corners, it is incredibly satisfying. Uh-oh, flying again. It's like UFO over the top of the Snowfell mountain. Oh, it's just Phil on his bike. Probably one of those funny people thing. For something, it looks like a nice relaxing game to have a spin on before bed. Yeah, I think like a good wind down at 170 odd miles an hour. The speeds are just crazy. They really are. Oof. Okay, we survived somehow. A bit of pop-up going on there. Turn in. Thankfully kept upright even with the curb. Getting back into town here. Oof. That lamppost is positioned just perfectly to catch your head on. Have a real headache after that one. Oof. And presumably that one too. Where are we going here? Okay. That's a tight one. Wow, okay. It's a bit of a delayed reaction throwing me off then. It was like, should I throw him off? Yeah. It's a very, very tricky section to finish off. And then I think it's just flat out to the finish, where everyone's been waiting for me with their watches out saying, it took you so long. Yeah, so we completed the lap in 20 minutes and 25 seconds. Just a near 50 seconds behind the leader. Yeah, we're happy with it. Oh my word. Not so relaxing for Phil, it seems. So now he is the tarmac slider, the airborne flyer, and the brush. You're getting better, only crashing every 4th corner. Like, yeah, it's improving. I managed to string at least 3 or 4 corners together there without any form of incident, so that was, yeah, positive. And that's AI at 40% as well, so imagine turning that all the way up as well and trying to keep up with them. Much more experienced people than I possibly am would do so well with that. And then it spits you back out to have a relaxing ride around the countryside with a fresh pair of leathers and some clean tyres. So yeah, it's pretty full on, I will be honest. But I am impressed with the details, so not that I saw too much of it going full speed around the full TT circuit there, but you know, just the level of detail that you have available to you is it's pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure if you're familiar with the Isle of Man as an island itself and have been around there, you may recognise certain landmarks which you've seen personally as well, so it's pretty cool. Try a Suzuki bike, says Tutu. Okay, let's do that. We'll do another race. This time we might do one of the shorter ones and do a couple of laps. Let's do a custom event here. So we'll do... Where was the shore one? It was down here. We'll do this Clips course, which is used from 54 to 59 for the sidecar, ultra lightweight and lightweight TT categories. So there we go. Okay, we'll confirm that. We'll do full circuit. Oh, you can actually do just races over sections. That's pretty neat. No, we'll do the full circuit. We'll do 2 laps here. I'm not sure what the distance is on this one, but it should be a lot shorter than the previous one. We'll keep it clear weather. Definitely keeping it at 40%, not that crazy. And okay, let's find a Suzuki to go on to. And there we go. There's one there. What are the ones we got? Oh, yep, definitely. We'll try that one. Sean Anderson, this one is. We'll let that load in while the mechanics are doing their fettling. Where are we starting from this one? Oh, that's a very sensible grid position that the computer's given me there. It's starting me in P10, so everyone else can go off and I'll have my own accident at the back. Okay. This particular Suzuki has no gears. Interesting. Let's restart that just in case that's a bug. No, it's definitely got no gears. Right. Exit. Let's try a different Suzuki. Bizarre. Oops. I need to go back and redo that. Although, did I see something about the Clips course? Maybe we'll just try it on a different course. Let's do the St. John's course. That one's got the ambulance on standby. Do 2 laps on the St. John's course. Rider selection. I'll try that one again just because, see whether it's the bike that's the issue. Kawasaki's better at it, man. Okay, we'll jump in that one next. Oh, this one's put me on P2. Okay, it's taking pity on me. Okay, now we've got gears. Right, cool. Maybe it's just the course. Worst start in the world. Different sound to this one. It's a lot higher pitch. It still crashes just as well, though. Oh, I've taken someone else out. We've got someone to follow at least. Briefly. Okay. And we've assumed our natural position at the back of the grid. This is a nice looking bike, this one, though. I'll give you that. Ooh, skipping off towards the rocks. There we go, there's that slow transition which just completely put me off there. I had no time to go from one side to the other to get into that corner. So again, it's just that almost preempting that that's where you're going next, and you have to get your rider almost ready to go. Ooh, nice backflip, sir. 10 out of 10. Alright. Right. That's only in third gear. Let's unleash this. Alright. I can still see the arrows on the map, so they haven't got away too far. We have a chance. I'll do a whole nother lap of this too. There's our ambulance from before. Remember that one. See, there's just no there's no chance to do it. Right, let's check out the controls, because yeah, Touchy, you're probably right. Let's how do I do that now? Throttle, there we go. Right, saturation is 100. Control gauge, what's that even? Is that like a calibration, is it? Rescale. Change the axis scale of the inputs. Why would you want to invert the sense of the oh, this is just throttle. Oh, rubbish. How to get the right one, huh? Steer left. Right. Saturation. Yeah, so you'd invert your steering so you go left is right. That would be an interesting challenge. Control gauge. There we go. This gives you my maximum. So, okay, sensitivity is -5. Let's turn that up to 0. I have to do the same for that one. Let's just turn that up to 0 as well. Not sure what rescale is. I'll probably turn that off actually on the other one. There we go. Let's try that. Ooh, okay. Maybe. Let's get to a corner and see what happens. Okay, that's feeling a little bit quicker. Okay, we might be onto something here, Tatu. Good call. No. Okay, let's change that again. Let's see what happens when we go full sensitive 10. Okay. I am going to put rescale on as well, just to see what that does, if nothing else. Hang on, let's say on. Okay. Now I just have no steering whatsoever. Let's turn rescale off then. Okay, now I have no steering whatsoever. So maybe that does need inverting this. Okay. Common broken things now. Let's try the control gauge on there. There you go, so that's pointing in that direction. Okay, alright. Hopefully we have some steering now. Of sorts. It's all over the place, hang on. Oops, not video. Controls. Hang on. Let's turn rescale off again then. Alright. Yeah, I think that's just massively too sensitive now, maybe. I don't think it's going to increase the movement side to side. No, it's still slow to transition across. It's just made the stick ridiculously sensitive. So let's just turn that back down to... Let's put it back down to 0. Oh, up and running again. Okay, we're good. On the brakes, over the crest. It's pretty scary through that. Ooh, that slows down. I should have paid attention to the line. There was a tight corner coming up afterwards, which I still needed to slow down for. It's actually harder than the main course. Oh, at least we have another lap. Curb just about managed to save us then. Oh my word. I was not trusting that speed through there because it was saying green. I was like, no, surely not. Well, this is a dangerous course, isn't it? Even more so than the other one. This is pretty tight. Right, okay, we're good. I'm actually catching up with someone as well. What's going on? Maybe we haven't crashed in a while. Oh dear. Well, we were catching up with someone, albeit very briefly. National speed limit sign, that means we can go absolutely floor it, like we weren't already. Okay, it's fine. I see a purple arrow ahead. Come back. I'm going to catch you on the second lap. Should make it our goal to not finish last. TV camera. How did we survive that? Oh, the whistle's going off to let people know that there's a maniac coming through. Right, that's into lap one. Where is this corner? It's one we crashed at first time round. Quick scan of the map. Do you feel like we are improving? I don't know what you guys think. You're probably saying, no, Phil, are you mad? Yes, yes I am. We are gaining on them, regardless of my crashing to slow us down. Back in, skipping away there. Oh no. It's like a ballerina in midair, isn't it? Just perfect twirl. Come back, AI riders. Not finished yet. Somehow we survived that. No idea how. All these people cheering and clapping as I go past. It's not because I'm doing well, it's because they're thankful I haven't crashed into their house. I've left their garden fence intact. Ooh, that's a big one. I think we crashed there last time, actually. Thanks for the confidence there, Tatu. Yeah. I don't feel it's quite as bad. We're getting there. I'm completely back out of that. There's no confidence whatsoever. It's a really slow corner. Followed by another one if I'm not mistaken. No, I am mistaken. Oh, Phil, that was not a green corner. It's so close, I can almost touch the bikes ahead. And then I crash and then lose him. Oop, there's 2 bikes right ahead there. Come on, we can catch them. Right, this is the bit where it doubles back. Okay, right, we're through. But I'm in my sights. Oh, the whole pack's up here as well, it's not just these 2. Outbreak them. Come on, Suzuki, we can do this. Okay, now we're getting there. They aren't even trying to figure out where my position is. I'm P6, I think. Not bad. Over the jump. Oh. We had a fall as well, that's helped us. Nice. On the exit, yes. Okay, guys, we're getting this now. Not too far from the end as well. We're actually in P2, so one more guy ahead of us here. Let's see if we can catch him before the end, that would be a miracle. Come on, we can do this. Life flashed before my eyes. Here he is. And there's the line. No, we're not going to get him. I gave it everything. Come on, we can still finish P2 here. Oh, it wasn't P2. It's P4 somehow. Oh, I got penalties. What did I get penalties for? Probably murdering people. Okay, well, P4 is a lot better than I was expecting it to be. Oh, man. Well, there we go. That was fun. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. What else can we take a look at here? Oh, we wanted to try Kawasaki, didn't we? So let's do that. Let's do another race. Let's do. Yeah, why not? Let's just do the northeast course. It's 17 miles, 19 miles. Yeah, let's do the northeast one. We'll just do one lap on this one, and we'll go find ourselves a Kawasaki to ride in the Superbike Classic course. There we go. I'll take this one out. Dean Harrison's one. Okay, a bit of success there. Actually, felt like I could do it for a moment. See what? The hot bath after doing this just to relax my muscles again. Right. Here we go. Where are we? We're 7th on the grid in this one. And we have no gears again. I wonder what's causing that. Let's come out of that. So he says, I think he probably got penalties because cutting corners over curbs. Yeah, possibly. Unless it includes flying over houses and things. Okay, well that's weird. Let's try this course then instead. See if we get gears this time. A bit of a strange one, that one. Yeah, now we got gears. Right. Very much more of a muted sound in this one compared to the Kawasaki. Ooh. There's a nice little obstacle just to bump our head on there. I thought I had that for a moment, but the dirt got me. It's quite wide roads here, actually. This is very sharp cornering. Oh, no, overdid it. Luckily the Kawasaki is strong and just bounces off fences. Okay. Whee! One of the AI did that as well. I thought I could benefit from it, but no. No Marty or Funky tonight? You know, I don't know. Maybe motorbikes aren't their thing. So Tatu says, or should I say flying over mountains, literally passing the entire sector, like that. What happens when you read chat and try and ride a motorbike at high speed. Never works out too well. We saw last time, I had an opportunity to catch up, so we'll see. Seem to be consistent, nice and calm, just play the percentage game. Definitely. Well, I was going to say you can get away with braking later, but I'm not entirely sure you can. Probably not quite as late as I did there. But it definitely gives you a lot more time to get your braking done and then just kind of crawl around the corner. But this is a race. You've got to press on. Can't be leaving that much time on the table. Whether that particular one might have needed a little bit more braking. Tricky little course, this one. But then, I don't think you can possibly say any of them are particularly easy. That's difficult, that corner. You're braking and turning and flying as well. So, not easy. See, I daren't try and do this with leaning the rider backwards and forwards as well. That'd just be so much to take into my brain. I don't think it'll handle it. It'll probably just melt. So you may notice there's a distinct lack of wheeling going on, and we'll test that out next. Nice through there. Cut. Co-driver said cut. I did it. What I do think is a shame, because you only get the two classes, which is the Super Sport and the Super Bikes. It would be nice to have sidecars as well. I think that'd be pretty fun. You could also have a co-op mode, couldn't you? You have your buddy with you in the sidecar, and he'd have to do all the leaning around the corners and stuff. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? This is a nice rhythm section through the here, over the top of the hill. And my bike's going off on its own. The AI have troubles as well, not just me. Excuse me, coming through. Sideways. Oh, I got a penalty for that cut, did you see it? Okay. Oh yeah, I can just up on the top right there, it's just hidden behind the event thing on my overlay. That's why I haven't been paying attention to it. Good spotting. It just cuts to see a nice view of me flying through the air. There's the compression there, there's bike dipping around. I'm just trying to find the apple trees, and if I headbutt them hard enough, all the apples will fall out. Okay, that's not bad. Again, took my eyes off the road for a moment. I think I've gone back into that person's lounge. Yep, same one. I don't know, what a silly place for a house. And then there's a bike race coming through here with madmen at the handlebars. Just about avoided that curb by pulling the bike out of the way. Ah, the bridge, yes, that's right. Whee! Okay. Gathered it all up. I also quite like the sound of the Kawasaki, it's quite nice. We are gaining on them again, although we are also gaining on the end of the lap and the end of the race as well, so... Oh dear. Oh no. So I was gaining on them. Well, they're not far away still. Oof. Oh, that's quick, isn't it? And just like that, we're at the end of the lap. Almost had him. Oh dear, my ride has been dragged out of hospital more times than I can care to imagine. Right, so I was going to say about wheelies, so let's take a look at that next. Tutti says, imagine just chilling and you see a bike rider sliding sliding across the fields at 150 mile an hour, followed by his bikes. It's bizarre. Yeah, but yeah, an interesting sight, that's for sure. Right. So on the bottom right hand side here, again with our heads-up display, we have obviously the revs, the brakes, inputs, etc. And then underneath you've got ABS3, TCS3, AWS3, and EBS3. So ABS we're quite familiar with, anti-lock braking. TCS must be some kind of traction control. AWS is anti-wheelie system, I think it is. So let's turn that off to 0. Then we'll see if we can do a backflip. Oh, that was underwhelming. Let's try that again. Just done the clutch. All revs. There we go. So it does wheelie. Oops. Come on, gain control. Don't fall off in us. This will be the slowest crash ever. Right, okay, we're good. Let's try it again. Now we gotta see how long we can hold a wheelie for. Not long. The challenge now is to pull a wheelie and then land it without crashing. Okay, let's try it. Oops. Come on, get the straight line. Yes, there we go. Oh, we're pros now. See, that's it. You turn the anti-wheelie system off, and all of a sudden you have heaps more stuff to deal with. Grazing the wall with my shoulder. Wow, so you come over the hill there. No, that's not going to end well. Just coming over the little crests and this wheel pops up on the front. It's awesome. Oh. It's amazing. Another hill. Oh. It's almost easier without the line. So I think you get so caught up by the fact that, oh yeah, I can take that corner flat out. And then you don't. Sometimes it's easier just relying on your own, wow, your own brain and just trying to figure out what speed you should take corners at. Just when you go over some of those crests and the wheel just pops up, it's just so awesome. Oh. Ooh. I thought I got away with that for a moment. There was just one little bar of that fence which wasn't going to let me get away with it. Ah, that'll be what the rear brake would be for then, to try and bring the... Okay, I'm with you now. Caught up. That's why you'd have a separate rear brake button, so you can actually control that wheeling. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention whatsoever. Too busy thinking about controlling wheelies. Right, let's try that again. This time we'll add some rear brake. Right, let's go uphill here. Oh. Nothing was saving that one. Or that one. There's definitely an art to it. Oh man. The Teddy says, Phil got really good now actually, not gonna lie. Oh. I wouldn't say really good. Careful now. Easy. Yeah, definitely improving. So actually now, with the anti-wheelie system turned off, now it feels like I'm actually riding a bike, because I've got to be careful with putting the throttle down even more so. Almost impressed myself there for a second. Whee! Lift off. Oh man, right. So that's what AWS means. What does EBS? Is that electronic braking something? Let's turn it off and see what happens. Wow, okay, that's made the wheelies even more violent. They're stopping. Yeah. Ride with everything off. Okay. Done. And then we need to go realistic mode. For the full experience. Actually, no, that's not the full experience. I lie. I can actually... Ah, so you could split the braking system out as well if you wanted to. Tucked position, manual. So now when I pull back on the stick, it starts to raise his head, push forward, he hunkers down. You add an extra input in there and you forget one of the other ones, which is the brake. You know, kind of crucial. Okay. It's taking every bit of brain power. Had a bit of a stoppy then because I was braking and leaning forward at the same time, so all the weight was off the rear wheel. Oof. Punch. Try brake powerful, that makes it do a cool stoppie. Okay, try and do a stoppie. I'll keep my head down. Let's find ourselves a suitable straight here. Right, stoppie time. No. Maybe we need to go in faster, maybe. Oop. Lean forwards. I'm trying my best. It's a tight corner. Wheel spin coming out of there. Just fall off. It's the safest thing to do. Okay, so we're not full realism mode yet. So, got to go behind the helmet visor. So we have to build up to this one slowly. Even more terrifying when you go straight off the cliff. I mean, it's a very immersive experience, I'll be honest. Even when playing with a controller like this. I think if we had proper motorbike controls, it'd just be much easier, obviously, but as if you know how to ride a bike properly. That's a tight corner. Buzz on it. I think they will be showing this footage in driving schools for years to come. So this is how not to ride a motorbike. Well, if a driving school wishes to use it as training footage, just get in touch. Happy to oblige. I will even come in and teach students personally the the what not to do when riding a motorcycle. So Twitter says, before I go to sleep, send it straight into something to fly off. Right, okay. Let's go. I want to just give myself half a chance here. Let's go manual, so automatic for the type position. Go back to intermediate on there. And we'll quickly travel up to here. Go find the nearest cliff to go and fling ourselves off. Didn't even make it to the cliff, right? No, the drop's too far away. Which means we have to be going faster. I wish it carried on for a little bit longer. It'll just cuts you off and straight back to the track. It's not BeamNG, I suppose. Whee! As soon as you touch the grass when you've gone that far off, it's like, what are you doing here? Get back on track. Alright, so yeah, that's TT Ride to the Edge, Ride on the Edge 3. It's what do I think of it? It's different. Okay, it's very, very different from me, as is not my natural habitat, as explained earlier on. But it's actually quite good fun. I did enjoy doing that. It was a bit of a laugh. Very, very steep learning curve if you're not used to riding a motorbike or haven't used a controller in some time. But as far as the game's concerned, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, the handling of the bikes feels pretty good, as far as I can tell, anyway, from a from a controller. But the actual kind of the weight of it does feel like it's connected to the road in some form or another, and yeah, it's actually not too bad at all. As far as the gameplay is concerned, I'm not sure how much is there to actually hold your interest for long, and obviously it's fun kind of exploring the map and things, but whether you have enough there with the little challenges and time trials and things to hold your attention for a little longer, that remains to be seen. But either way, it's good fun, and it's, despite it being quite tense at times, it's actually a bit of a chill game. You can just kind of just play it and just not worry about throwing it off, because it's not your body being hurled off a bike at 180 miles an hour, so it's not too bad. But yeah, it's been good fun. I enjoyed that. I hope you've enjoyed that as well. That was a little bit different for us, but I thought we'd give it a try and see what happens. So thank you for joining us, everybody. It's been a pleasure to suffer on your behalf. Yeah, so big thanks to those who subscribed this evening, those who followed along. It's been fun. So have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you all very, very soon indeed. But until then, take care of yourselves. We will be back with another pre-recorded video coming out this week as well. Yeah, so lots to look forward to in the near future. So we'll see you all next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now.